Panic disorder is repeated panic attacks with intense fear and physical symptoms.
Okay, I've got some time to relax. Nothing to worry about today. Why is my heart beating so fast? I wasn't even doing anything. I can't breathe. Am I dying? What is wrong? Uh, what's going on? I need to calm down. I need to call someone. What if this is a heart attack?
Throwback to earlier to Ben's panic attack. His panic attack was most likely induced from a large amount of stress. However, if we were to go and talk to a therapist and release that pent up emotion or that stress he was feeling, he would be just experiencing something called catharsis, which is the releasing of pent up emotions.
The diathesis stress model is a psychological theory explaining how people obtain mental disorders. It says that you get a predisposition to it at birth, but then based on the environment you're raised in is if that actually develops. It's nature plus nurture equals the disorder.
Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is a developmental disorder with social difficulties and a strong need for routine.
Can't wait to play with my favorite stuffed animal. That's how I start every day. No!
Colby, can you sit down, please? Oh! Get back to your chair! You don't know me.
OCD is a mental disorder characterized by unwanted and intrusive thoughts or obsessions and repetitive behaviors or compulsions that a person feels to drive to perform.
How was your day today, Max? No, it was good. Why is that sign so red, bro? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, though. What are you planning on eating for dinner tonight? I think like steak or something. Anyway, why is there so many cars in the parking lot? I don't know. Why are there so many cars? I don't know.
ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition characterized by inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity.
Bipolar disorder is a mood disorder characterized by alternating periods of mania, such as an elevated mood, energy, or activities, and then depression, which is like just a low mood or energy. The two main types are bipolar 1, which is at least one full manic episode, and then bipolar 2, which is hypomania, which is a less intense mania, but major depression. Everything sucks. Life is terrible. Everything's so amazing. Since I've been taking this lithium, too. Lithium is a mood stabilizing drug often used to treat bipolar disorder. It helps reduce the severity and the frequency of manic episodes and can also help with depressive episodes. Lithium is one of the most well-known biomedical treatments in psychology. Reuptake inhibitors are a type of psychotropic medication that works by blocking the reabsorption or reuptake of the neurotransmitters, things like serotonin, dopamine, or norepinephrine, into neurons, which increases their availability to the brain. Everything really sucks. Life is terrible. Now, I guess I could take these reuptake inhibitors my doctor prescribed to me. Everything's so much better. Oh my gosh.
Major depressive disorder, also known as MDD for short, is a severe form of depression where someone feels hopelessness, loss of interest in all the activities they used to enjoy, and they struggle to get through the day. It's more than just feeling down, it's a persistent state of sadness and despair.
God, I'm just so sad, full of despair and hopelessness.
Beck's triad is a theory that says depression is caused by three negative thought patterns: negative views about yourself, negative views about the world, and negative expectations for the future.
By 2070, carbon emissions are going to ruin our planet. There's not going to be anyone alive. AI will have taken over, and robots will rule our world. Right now, there's no point in me even living anymore. Full of despair and hopelessness, and the current world serves me nothing to help me.
Paranoid disorder is a personality disorder with constant distrust and suspicion of others.
They're all talking to me. I don't know what it's all about. I don't like
Path and a sociopath are very similar as they both have no remorse for others and their actions. However, how they get to that point is very different. A psychopath, on one hand, is born with it, it's genetic. However, a sociopath is behavioral. For example, if your parents grew you up in an abusive household, you can become a sociopath.
Ow. Ha 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 ha. I don't feel any remorse for you.
So as we saw, when Malcolm hit me with the dodgeball, I had fallen over, and let's say I got seriously damaged. The next time when he threw the ball, I was scared, and I forgot what happened because Malcolm had thrown a ball at me. The parallel between the first time he threw the ball and the second time is what caused me to forget what happened during the second time.
Even though he killed all those people, I still love you, Miller.
Thanks, bro.
So me telling Malcolm that I still loved him, even though he killed people, is what unconditional positive regard is. That's just where you unconditionally love someone regardless of what they do. Binge eating disorder is eating large amounts quickly with loss of control and guilt without purging.
Next Wednesday afternoon. It's fine. It's just food. Just one more bite.
Withdrawal symptoms are unpleasant physical reactions that are accompanied by the process of ceasing to take an addictive drug.
Hey man, you got any good?
Aversion therapy is a treatment technique where something unpleasant is paired with a behavior that you want to stop. For example, someone might be given a bitter taste when they're trying to eat an apple, and so their brain starts associating the negative taste with the apple.
I'm adding stuff to this apple to make it taste bad, so Colby doesn't like it. Hey, Colby, I have a snack for you.
Thanks.
Tastes like. So anorexia is the other eating disorder where people don't purge. What they do is they just simply generally starve themselves, or they just don't eat enough calories because they feel like they're fat or they feel like they're out of shape.
I look so fat. It ain't there. Fine.
Bulimia is a type of eating disorder where someone purges to lose weight. So someone could eat a lot of food and then they would go run or maybe throw it up to lose a lot of calories that they have.
Teijin Kyofoshu is a condition that's commonly found in Japan where a person fears that their body or actions will offend others. It's similar to social anxiety, however, it specifically focuses on the fear of often being scrutinized by others.
What's up, Malcolm?
So I'm just really mad because it's just messed up, man.
Is it messed up?
It is.
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be happening. We're too far along for this stuff.
Yeah, I understand.
It just grinds my gears.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I get you, bro.
Thank you.
Active listening is a communication technique where the listener fully engages with the speaker, focusing on understanding their message rather than waiting to respond.
So acrophobia is a fear of heights. This is literally just anything from standing on a chair, being up in a high place, or like looking down when you're on a roller coaster.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. Holy cow.
And arachnophobia is an intense, irrational fear of spiders.
Is that a spider? No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Why is it so close? What if it jumps? What if it crawls on me? Okay, just squish it. No, what if I miss? It'll run away and disappear, and I'll never be able to find it again.
Exposure therapy is a behavioral technique used to treat phobias and anxiety disorders by gradually and repeatedly exposing the person to the feared object or situation without danger. It helps reduce fear over time through habituation. How you doing again?
I'm good.
So, now, I know we got baby spider. It's a little bit bigger.
A little bigger, I don't like it.
It's halfway. I mean, adult spider, but it's not too bad. Come on, look. It's not poison. It's not going to bite you. You know, you can give it a little tap.
I'm sorry that
It's not that bad.
PTSD is a mental condition that can develop when a person has experienced or witnessed a traumatic event. Agoraphobia is a type of anxiety disorder characterized by intense fear and anxiety of situations where escape might be difficult, such as large groups of people, and help might not be available as most people feel.
The game last night. Read about a million. Oh, what's up, Max? What's up, man? All right.
Avoidant personality disorder is the fear of rejection, and that leads to avoiding social situations despite wanting connection.
Man, I really love Malcolm. Good looking guy, but I have avoidant personality disorder. I can't go up to him. So I'll admire from a distance.
Token economies are a behavioral therapy technique based on operant conditioning. It reinforces good behavior with tokens, which could be like a sticker or a point or really anything, which can then later be exchanged for rewards.
Right, class. Today, every time you get a question right, you get a spoon. Now, at the end of the week, you can turn in your spoons for prizes. Now, our lesson today is in math, specifically geometry. How many sides does a square have? 4. Good job. Now, what about a triangle?
3.
Wonderful. Does anyone know how many degrees a triangle is?
180.
Good job again. All right, now last question. How many shapes does a hexagon have? Sides.
6.
Good.
Why is my heart beating so fast?
The diathesis stress model is a psychological theory that explains how people get mental disorders. It says that people inherit a predisposition for the disorder, but the actual disorder only develops if it's triggered by the environment. Are we so for real?